Emergency! Ooh, child. All right. So basically, as Jay was leaving out yesterday, he discovered, I guess he was looking at my tires, and he saw that one tire was like worn down to the tread. The white stringy stuff on a tire when the tire starts going bald. Now, the crazy part about it is I don't know at what point this happened, because I had just had my car inspected, don't judge, on January 4th with flying colors. And according to this inspection sheet, it says tires okay. It says tires okay. So at what point between the 4th and today's the 8th, and we discovered this yesterday, the 7th, at what point did this happen to the tires? I did drive out to DC, so I am so happy that my tires didn't pop on the drive. But it looks as if the tire, I'm like listening, it looks as if the alignment is super off when the tire is rubbing on something, because all of the tires don't look like that. It's just one tire, and it's the inside wall of the tire. So we're gonna take it and see what's happening. But here's the thing, y'all, I feel super good because y'all know what we've been doing. We've been putting money away in our bank accounts for financial emergencies. I feel like the emergency fund, if nothing else, it is a stress reducer, because when your money is committed to other things, you have other obligations, you wasn't ready for this, it can really make you feel like, dang, another thing. But honestly, for me, I just feel like this is life. Such is life. And the beautiful part about such is life is if you have the money to throw at a problem doesn't really feel as much of a problem. If the only thing that's standing in the barrier, in the way of it being fixed, is money. So this is why I am a huge fan of stashing a little cash away for a rainy day or an emergency or an opportunity. That's what I'm a fan of. So we're going to see what this comes up to. Now, the last time I had tires was 2021. And I did buy a warranty program, so I don't know where we stand with that warranty. I don't know what may still be covered with that warranty. And yeah, I just don't know. But what I do know is I have a few coupons. Like, they gave me a $15 birthday coupon that I can use at this place. And then I also have, I think, about $35 in my membership program fund. So I will apply that and we'll just see what they say. Hey y'all, okay, it's 2 days later. 2 days later. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So the last time we left off, I was taking my car to the shop because the tires were looking, well, the tire was looking janky. And the shop didn't have any appointments, but they said if I bring it in, they can get to it sometime that day. But if I needed an appointment, I would have to wait till Wednesday. So I brought my car in. Right? That's where we were. Now, I didn't come back on camera because, I don't know, it was dark outside. And then, yes, I didn't come back on camera because, I don't know, it was dark outside. So here we are. We're on our way to work again. The cycle continues. So basically, y'all, I ended up with 2 new tires, 2 new rear tires. Now, mind you, I had gotten all 4 tires at the same time, but I had not been getting rotations and alignments, which... shame on me, because I had the warranty that included free rotations and alignments. I ain't take advantage of any of that. And they had said, like, basically with Teslas, I don't know, I've had this car for a long time, but I don't be paying attention. But they had said that, I guess, the weight distribution, perhaps, because Tesla's a heavy car, is a little different. So they noticed that the rear tires wear out quicker than the front tires, which obviously is true because the front tires are still the 2 front tires I got in 2021, but we had to replace the rear. So my lesson for this is to go ahead and fit in getting rotations on a regular basis. They recommend it like every 6,000 miles. Again, it doesn't cost me a thing because I paid for the warranty, right? Then they also recommended that I get a brake flush. I think that's what it's called. Let's look. Brake system fluid exchange. So yeah, I guess that's a brake flush, right? So they recommended that. And I just went with it. And the reason why is because, y'all, I've had this car for, this car is a 2013, first of all. I purchased it, I think, in 2016. You gotta check the video receipts on that. But yeah, so I've had this car for all that long. I have never had anything major done. I have not had any brakes changed. I haven't had anything. I remember one time I was like, I've had this car for a while. Maybe I need to go in and get some sort of maintenance. So I tried. And they was like, well, what do you want? And I said, well, how about the brakes? Maybe we need to change the brakes. They looked at the brakes. They was like, ma'am, your brakes are pretty much new. So in this case, all they was recommending was me to get the fluid changed out. Okay, fine. They still said I still did not need brakes. Y'all, 2013. I got it in 2016. Because perhaps in 2013, maybe I had new brakes. I don't even know. I bought this car used. But yeah, so I did that. So basically, y'all, 2 new tires, brake fluid flush / exchange, and a warranty on the tires came up to $1,071.91. So you know me, I'm asking for all the discounts. I'm like, don't I get a birthday discount? Yeah, my birthday was in June. It is January. I was like, don't I get a birthday discount? Don't I have points on a point card? So they gave me a $15 birthday discount. I think I had $31 for like previous points adding up. They applied that. Then I said, what about military discount? When I look at this receipt, I don't see anything that says military discount, but they gave me, it says service discount. Y'all, do not be ashamed. Ask for your discounts. I will be like, what about AARP, AAA? I don't even have those things. But ask for your discounts. Just ask. Because even if they have to make up a discount, they will. Or sometimes you don't know about. Sometimes stores be having hidden discounts that their repeat customers or whatever may know about, but you may not know about because maybe it's your first time or maybe you don't frequent the store that often. Ask for discounts. Let them dig out their hidden discounts. So they gave me all the discounts. So my total bill came to, hold on, we're coming to a red light, $994. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that because, once again, we have our just-in-case funds. Some call it emergency fund. Some call it rainy day fund. But basically, it's the extra money that you're putting aside in your savings account so that when things pop up, you're able to handle them with grace and ease. And if not complete grace and ease, you're making it a little bit easier for yourself, right? And so that's what I'm excited about. And that's what I stand by. Ever since I was old enough to have a job, I always have put something aside. I put a little something aside. I didn't care if it was $2. I always was in the practice of putting something aside. Even when I was in the military making $225 on the 1st, $225 on the 15th, I still took vacations because I always saved up. Now, I ain't take the amount of vacations I take now. I take like 1 vacation a year. 1 vacation every other year, something to that effect. But I was always able to do it because I always would put some money aside for the future. Okay? So like I said, saving money doesn't have to be for an emergency, for a tragedy. Sometimes it could be just for a great investment in your well-being. All right? And so that's what excites me. That's what inspires me. And that's what motivates me to continue to save. If we break down this bill, let me see what they charge. Hold on, I'm about to pull over because I really want to talk to this and not have to wait on catching lights. Even though we about to come up on another red light. Look at me manifesting all these red lights so I can talk to y'all. And I'm going over these numbers because sometimes you guys in the comments will let me know if something is a good price or not. But also we got to take into point, actually, prices and costs are a little different regionally around the world, even in the area. I'm in the DC metropolitan area, but more importantly, I'm in Northern Virginia. But more importantly, I'm in an expensive part of Northern Virginia. Trust me. When I went and got my nails done one time, and then somebody came with me, they were shocked at the price. And then one time I went to get my nails done at this other shop I hardly go to, but they wanted to charge me extra just to take my gel nail polish off. And I was like, why are you charging that? And they tried to tell me, well, you're in Virginia. It's expensive out here. It's more expensive, as if I didn't live out here. They was trying to act like I was coming from, I don't know, imported from some other area. But it's like, no, I live in this area. You guys are full of it. But anyways, I say that to say that the prices out here are a little more expensive than other areas because they really feel like people have money. And they can. That's why they do it. Trust me. Y'all, from house cleaning to yard service to all of that, they trip. They trip. I be like, but basically, this is what they say. The brake fluid was $50 and some change. The labor for that was $129. So that came to $179.99. 2 tires came to $467.98. And then mount and balancing of the tires was $43.98. Tire disposal fee, good Lord, $13. Talk about nickel and dime. That's why I have to ask for all them discounts. The same way they nickel and dime, you need a nickel and dime them right back. Rebuild kit, TPMS rebuild kit. I don't even know what that is, but it was $9.98. And they charged me for $9.98 was the total. Tire protection policy, which they didn't even ask me if I wanted, but that's okay because I wanted it. $85.88. Virginia state tire fee, $1. Yeah, 50 cents a tire, y'all. And the tire protection policy is $42.94 per tire. So 2 tires, $85.88. Okay. Customer is responsible to return vehicle after 25 to 100 miles to have all lug nuts retorqued to manufacturer specification. Oh. We know that, right? 25. After 25 to 100 miles. That's like tomorrow, isn't it? Good. All right. All right. This should have on my paper the mileage. Yep, it gave me the mileage in and the mileage out. Mileage in 142,356 miles, y'all. Mileage in. So 100 miles from that, I'm at $398. So yeah, so I need to go back and have my nuts retorqued to manufacturer's specification. Who knew? They did not tell me that verbally verbally when I picked up my car. And I say that because sometimes, y'all, when y'all be getting these warranties, sometimes they can find a reason to make your warranty not valid because you didn't do the things. All right, so the alignment came to $189.95, and so then they gave me the cash back, which was $31.02. That's what I had on my account. Then they gave me $15 off of my birthday bonus, and then they gave me a $30 discount. $30 discount for service discount. So that came to $76.02 in discounts, and so that created my grand total. It was like $40.78 for shop supplies, $552.32 for total parts, $37.57 for taxes, and then the labor was $363.42. So it came to a grand total of $994.09. Let me ask you this. I got these tires in 2021. It's now 2024. What y'all think? How long do y'all tires last? How long do your tires last? But it shows the before tire alignments. Y'all see that? Then it shows after. The after tire alignments. The last thing I want to mention, y'all, I found a new comic that I really enjoy. Y'all know this comic, Ali Sadiq. Do y'all know Ali Sadiq? Have y'all heard of him? Have y'all been watching him? Are y'all on to him? Am I just super late? I mean, obviously I'm super late because he has comedy that has been out there forever. But he is so freaking funny to me. I'm gonna send my son his stand-up shows because it's on YouTube. Like his whole special, hour-long specials on YouTube. Because I really feel like my son is hilarious. He is so hilarious. He is really not walking in his zone of genius. And that really frustrates me as a parent because I really feel like he should be a comedian. He should be in the entertainment industry because that is really his gift. And I really feel like this guy reminds me of my son, this guy's comedy style. And even though my son's different, he's different, and my son's hilarious, and he's a great writer. So I'm gonna send this to him because I really want him to be inspired to know that everything he goes through in life is just a moment to create a story from. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing. Y'all know I've had a whole son at 16 years old. I was out in them streets when my son was 3 months old. We were on our own. We were on our own. We used to hop from house to house, me with a 3-month-old baby. House to house, because I'm still in high school, but I'm looking for people to take me in because we need a place to stay. And I would stay with friends until their parents would be like, she has to go. Why is she still here? But by then I would have my next living situation lined up. And then at one point in time, my son's father and I were able to find a place to go together. First, we stayed on the living room floor of some other people. Then us and another couple who I felt was super old. They were 25, but in my mind, they were old. We were able to get an apartment together, a townhouse together, and split the rent until the first month came where the landlord showed up for the rent, because in some areas the landlord actually comes and collects the rent personally. And when he came, the guy went out and he says, okay, let me go to the bank and get the money out. He ain't had no bank account. What that guy used to do for a living, he used to break in cars for a living. Oh my goodness, he used to break into cars for a living. But anyways, guy didn't come back. We ended up being evicted. But because it was like a mom and pop landlord shop, he didn't evict us through the court system. He just basically told us to get out. And so we honored that and we left. And then we got another apartment together. I'm not even 18 yet, y'all. I'm 17 at this point. And at one point I left him. I left the father because of y'all. We used to wild out. And I have a whole story about that too. But when I left him, I was still 17, and the apartment place tried to come after me for not paying the rent and breaking the lease and all of that. But guess what, booze? I was 17. They was not supposed to let me enter into a contractual agreement in the first place. But I believe they never checked my ID. They never checked my ID. So they couldn't hold me responsible for anything because I was a minor. And they was like, oh, well, she must have. They try to act like I must have had a fake ID. I didn't. Y'all never asked for an ID. But then I ended up moving in on somebody's couch and slept on somebody's couch for a minute till I was able to get my own place. And again, I did all of this, still went to high school, then eventually started going to college, and then I joined the military. So anyways, I say that to say that I tell my son all the time, whatever you're going through in life, whether it's a job you've been fired from, let go from, or whatever it is, it's always an opportunity to create a story from it. And his stories are hilarious. He can create pure comedy gold from the stuff he be going through, because the mess be funny.